welcome back to Phase 1 Foam. Here we go into a review where, as always, the hair may be fake, but the reviews are real. So let's get on into it. The Zone Pro MK3. This blaster blew me away. For starters, flywheel. First flywheel blaster I've ever owned. Granted, I'm still new to the hobby, but still. Select fire. Mag fed. And on top of that, it's LiPo compatible. Now, let's get started with it. No indirect barrel leg, it's a Zone blaster. You have this giant muzzle piece, so if you were to take the shell apart, this would be its own unit in itself. So this is not attached to a shell, which is really, really neat in my opinion. I know there are shortened barrels for this. I have no issue with it. I like pick rail. On top of that, you got pick rail right here, so you put on a airsoft attachment, foregrip, whatever you want. You have full-length pick rail on top with this included optic. It takes 2 AAA batteries, but if you don't want it, you don't have to have it on there. On top of that, you have the grip. This grip is rubberized, really good, and you have your trigger. You have your rough trigger right here, which is a single finger flywheel trigger. Hold that, and you want to hold that down to let the flywheels reach your max RPMs before you fire. On top of that, on the left-hand side only, yes, this is the left-hand side, you have a selector switch. You have semi and safe. Semi and full auto. Semi, full auto. And semi. Full auto. You can't see it because there's no batteries in it, but I'm just letting you see it. You can hear the change in sound of the trigger. So, back here, right here, you have this nice place. At first, I really hated this. I really hated this part of it because I was like, I'd rather have pick rail there. Just cop off, give me some more pick rail. But once you use it, you actually really find that it's really comfy. And it's really nice. Down to the magwell. The magwell is a flappy paddle, which I've never seen Hasbro do in my time. At least I haven't seen them do it, which allows mags to go in super easy. And then I've been doing it multiple ways to take out my mag, but I just go like this. It's so responsive. I keep missing the magwell because I suck. On top of that, this is a new magazine. This is a 15-round banana magazine that holds full-length darts. This blaster is compatible with half-length darts, which is important to understand because those are really good darts. Includes the mag adapter. So if you want to use short-length darts, you just slide it in. And then you get the 15-round, I'm going to call it a banana mag. 15-round banana mag. It holds 15 short darts. You just going in there. Now, I will say, I've heard people complain that you can't reach this paddle right here reliably. I have no issue doing it. I have long fingers and I have a large hand, so I've been doing, you do it like that, or you could like that. Now, feeding issues. I don't own worker mags. I don't own katana mags. I don't own any of those mags. I cannot speak on compatibility issues with those magazines. I can, however, speak on issues with the N-Strike magazines, because I have a couple. You want to find a 25-round drum? Guess what? Unlike the Nexus Pro, you can fit it in, and there's enough room in between there, so you're actually able to pull it out easy enough. Thank you, Zone, for fixing those problems. We appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work. So, on top of that, used to be issues of magazines like the 12-rounders. That fits. 6 works. I don't know about I know the 18s work because there's no There's so much room in here. Like if this was like usually right here around this area you would have a bump in the mag, and I don't know why that's there. I don't know if there's a reason for that, and if you guys know, let me know in the comments, but I have no idea. So down to just my overall thoughts on this right now. I have noticed some mechanical slop. Now it's not like super sloppy, it's really smooth actually, but it's like for me never using a flywheel blaster, it felt sloppy. Then I went over to my neighbor's house, I used some air flywheel blasters, kind of understand how it worked, and it worked really well. Now down to the most important part of this blaster, the battery tray. 8 AA alkaline batteries are required. I've fed this thing Duracell and it just loves it. It works so good. But if you're smart like me, or not smart like me, you know, it's right there. There's a screw right in there. So, my immediate response is let's take the screw out. And I've heard rumors that it's LiPo compatible, and we're going to test that theory. So I don't know anything about LiPo batteries, but here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a XT60 connector. Okay. So I'm going to do this very carefully. Right there, you see that cord? That's the battery tray is connected to that. That is, oh my gosh, it's awesome. Okay. I'm going to put that right there. Come on. I'm not smart enough to do jump cut editing. Okay, I'm not pulling out. But that is a XT60 connector, so you can put in a 3S. I think you would put in 2S. Do not quote me on that though, because I am not sure. I don't own any LiPo batteries. I don't know enough about them to feel comfortable using them. If you want to leave the battery tray in, you can, and then you just reinstall that screw. That screw is what keeps it in place, because otherwise the weight of the battery tray with batteries in it would flop around and, you know, just hit your battery tray door and probably mess your batteries up and take them out of sequence. Alright, let's see on the range. Let's go. Firing demo.
1, 2, 3,
Here we go. Zone Pro MK3 firing test. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Alright. Turn off the phone, bro. That was a bad start. Shortcuts. Finger bend. Now to my final opinions and thoughts. First off, I'm blown away by this blaster. This thing has knocked it out of the park. It has blown me away in my opinion of this hobby in general. I was impressed by the Mark II, but this is next level. To buy or not to buy, kind of depends. If you're a modder, definitely buy it. It's a good blaster. And if you want to take things out and put new things in, new flywheels, new flywheel cage, it's wired for it. You don't need to worry about rewiring it. It's such a good blaster. If you're a stock class nerfer, don't buy it. It's not fair to your friends to outgun them like that. And this is shooting pretty hard, so pay attention to age numbers on the box if you're buying it for a child. In terms of would I use this in a game? Yes. In my current state, I would use this in a game. However, if I could have a Straven, I would rather have a Straven. I've held a Straven before. I love the feeling of it. It's really good. But, like, I don't have the time and ability to do that. So, of course, I'm looking for someone to commission and do that, and I'm still looking for that, whether it be on Discord, whether that be on whatever. But I would definitely run this at a game, unless I had a Straven. But in the meantime, this thing is always going to be better than a stock Strife or Raven. So, mixed purchase recommendation. I'm not saying don't go and buy it. That's not what I'm saying. If you guys are thinking that, don't think that, because that's not what I'm thinking. What I'm saying is, personally, I'd rather have a Straven. I like the way it feels better. It doesn't feel better than this, but it feels better to me, in my personal preference. So, again, mixed purchase recommendation. Hope you guys enjoyed, and remember, as always, my hair might be fake, but